Democrat warmonger Valerie Nuland wants Ukraine to use U.S. weapons to bomb cities within Russia. Good morning, everybody. JT here, Serenity Farms prepping. We are inching ever closer to nuclear Armageddon. The Zionists want it and are doing everything they can to create, manipulate, manufacture the prophecies which they think are dictating what they do. So, Valerie Nuland, she's been around a long time. She's been a piece of shit the whole time. But most people didn't really know who she was or what she's about until the current pedophile regime, where she has been given free reign to wreak havoc in Ukraine. She hates Russia. She has a personal family vendetta. Way back in the day, apparently a grandfather or great-grandfather of hers was killed by Russians. She doesn't say why, what, how, where. She doesn't even say that it happened. We just know that it did, and that is the main factor that's driving her to try and get Russia blown off the map. Now we know why the Democrats and the Uniparty rhinos want Russia nuked, defeated, or at the very least out of Ukraine immediately. Ukraine is a non-NATO nation. That means they don't have to follow the same rules that everybody else does. And they're a little country in the middle of all the other NATO nations where money, children, weapons, drugs can all be laundered by countries who cannot legally do it. But it's also famous for biochemical weapon labs. I believe when the Ukraine-Russia thing first started, Russia blew up, dismantled, took apart, recovered intel on 26 biochemical weapons labs. According to the Geneva Convention, NATO nations, no nation technically, is allowed to have these labs in their countries for obvious reasons. They're usually located in cesspool shitholes. Hence, Ukraine. So Ukraine makes a whole lot of money off those. Well, the pedophile regime of Zelensky and the president before him made a whole lot of money off those. The people of Ukraine didn't. So, this entire crap show with Ukraine is because all the NATO nations are going to be exposed soon by Russia. They have all the receipts, as they like to say. Now, Israel, on the other hand, believes that Russia is the Gog and Magog and evil, and Israel's goal is to get the East and the West to destroy each other, and they want us to do their dirty work. Now, seeing as the Zionists control virtually every politician, corporation, department, in the United States, they're very likely going to get their wish. But that wish is only going to work one way. The U.S. is not going to destroy Russia. Okay? Our military has been weakened. The Hussein Obama Sotero Kenyan Mike's bitch regime weakened our military greatly during the 8 years of that tyrannical dictatorship. And now the current Democrat pedophile regime has weakened it even further with trans and DEI and funneling money to every country except the U.S. Blah, blah. So, Russia is at least 10 years more technologically advanced than the U.S., even China, and for certain all the other NATO countries who basically rely on the U.S. to support their stupid asses. So if Nuland gets her way and pedophile Zelensky lobs a few bombs into inner Russia, Russia will hold the U.S. and Britain responsible for those bombings, even though they came from Ukraine. Russia has warned every NATO country that if they attack Russia, then the country that's attacking will be nuked. The countries that supplied refueling or planes or even a single bullet to the countries that attacked Russia will also be nuked. In other words, if one of the NATO countries attacks Russia, Russia very likely nukes all of them because they are all incestuously connected. They supply each other weapons, soldiers, refueling, everything. So Nuland knows this. She doesn't care if the U.S. gets blown off the map. Keep a close eye on this because Israel is going to do everything they can to make sure it happens. And if it does, there's no place safe. In the U.S., the strategic locations will be New York City, Denver, a couple military bases, San Francisco, L.A., your shithole, cesspool, libtard cities that have a little too much power and authority in the country. After that, China could walk in. They're already here. The illegal invading military-aged men, which are very likely working for the UN, and from what I'm told will be wearing purple uniforms, are just waiting for the dog whistle, and after that would be a perfect time after the dust settles, literally and figuratively. But buckle up. I see no way that nuclear attacks by all sorts of countries are avoided, because the Zionists believe that it's what they've been ordained to facilitate, and Russia is going to do whatever it can to save its people, just like I would like to think any other country would, except the US. Good luck, everybody. We are going to need it. SFP15 for your discount code. Get some food, water, ammo, medicine, tools, supplies, seeds. Yeah. JT, signing out.